Hey, good morning, Kirby World. We are positive. Welcome to another year-end growth workshop. And from what I've seen from all the speakers so far, man, if you're not getting something out of those speakers, I don't know. You must be, might as well just go out in the parking lot and lay down and have someone run over you, right? Because those have been some of the greatest informative, motivating talks that we've had in Kirby in quite some time, right?
Content's been for everybody, from dealers to DTs to FDs. And
we have special guests. All right. The world famous president of North America Field Sales and the president of International, Mr. John Solomon,
wow.
Mr. Dan Blaylock.
We were just drinking a cup of coffee out of our Kirby Life coffee mugs and noticed that maybe you guys would probably do a better job if you had some Kirby Life coffee mugs.
We could use a mug, that's for sure.
In fact, actually, we have some right here.
And we won't tell you what's in them.
But it
isn't coffee.
It is. A lot of good Christmas cheer can go in these things, right?
Hey, while John is here this morning, I thought it would be neat if he could tell his story about how he was recruited into the Kirby business as a testament to how powerful the Kirby Life recruiting really is.
That would be fantastic. Let me just put a mic on here real fast, sir.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're all well. Let me tell you how I started in Kirby. In 1985, my baby brother was 17 and he was supposedly going to university. And my mother bought him a car to go to university. And every day he'd leave the house to go to university, but he didn't go to university. He got a job selling Kirby's and he told my mother that he was still at university for 2 years. The little bugger came and gave me a demo. And he told me, I'll never forget it. He needed one more sale to get a promotion. And he got down on knees in my small little 1-bedroom apartment. And he told me that as his brother, I had to help him. He needed one more sale. So I bought a Kirby from him. I was only a young man. And then a year later, my best friend joined Kirby. And he and I, we'd always competed together for years. And we always had the similar cars, similar jobs, similar income. And one day, he asked me if I'd like to go and help him pick his new Ferrari up. It's a true story. His name was Stuart Kitchen. So I got in the car with Stuart. We drove to Ferrari. He picked up a brand new Ferrari. And in those days, it's 1986, Magnum PI was the #1 television program. And Magnum PI was a private investigator in Hawaii. And he had this 308 GT Ferrari. That was the car Magnum drove. And there I was in the Ferrari showroom, and my pal picked up his brand new red 308 GT. I joined Kirby the next morning. That was in 1986, before nearly all of you were born. Madonna was already old then, but most of you weren't born. And I joined Kirby to get a Ferrari, and I swear that's the truth. And I got my own Ferrari, and it was all because of buddy and personal recruiting. I saw my friend do it. I saw my brother do it. I saw them become a success. So when I joined Kirby, I got a qualifying month, my very first month, because I didn't waste any time believing if it could be done or didn't be. I knew it could be done. So I just did as I was told, and I got a qualifying month my first month. And that is a true story of how I joined. You guys, you need to bring your pals in. You need to bring people that you come across. You need to be earning the mug, and everyone you bring in helps you know how to recruit and look after people. That's the best way of training how to become a DT and how to then become a distributor. So good luck to all of you. Merry Christmas. Have a great finish to the year and good luck in 2022. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Thank you, John.
Pleasure.
That was fantastic. Thank you, John.
Take care. Cheers, John.
Always a pleasure to see the president of International Field Sales here at Kirby World headquarters. You know, we're in all these different countries, and you know, it's really a big company. Anyways, so Randy, why don't you tell them about Kirby Life? Tell them what they can get after that.
It's going to be a tough act to follow to hear a testimonial like that. And why wouldn't you then think of someone that you think would enjoy the Kirby life or enjoy what Kirby has to offer? It might not be a Ferrari right away, but it can be a lifestyle that would change your life and change their lives. And Kirby life, we all know, just a moment ago, I was humbled. I was standing in a room with my good friend John Padano, the president of North American Field Sales, Dan Blaylock, and the president of International, John Solomon, and they are all Kirby Life recruits, every single one of them. And I'm standing there thinking, I answered an ad, so I screwed it up. But no, but Kirby Life recruits, some of the sharpest people come through Kirby Life recruits. There were 3 great examples, but what you do is talk to a friend, a brother, a neighbor, a relative, somebody who you think would enjoy more income or a better lifestyle or more stability. Get them into a training class. When they graduate and they sell their first Kirby, you're going to receive what the poster says right here, $100 bonus. And as we've said, a lot of distributors have made that bigger for the holidays, which just puts more money in your pocket and makes it better for you for the holidays. But when they go on to sell 6, which takes on an average of maybe 2 weeks if you're working with them and training them and mentoring them, you know, when you then receive a free Kirby, now that free Kirby you can keep, give it away as a Christmas present. We suggest you sell it, because when you sell it, all the proceeds from that sale, less the sales tax and any finance fees, go to you as profit. And in most cases, that can be anywhere from $1,500 to $2,000 with your bonuses on just one Kirby Life recruit. But think how you change their life, how you change yours. And if we continue to do that, we'll get the sharpest people, and you will get bonuses through 2022 that could total $20,000 a year, which is just an easy thing to do by just sharing the Kirby Life story. And that's, John, it's the greatest thing we have going on right now. Everybody should jump on it.
It's called making more money without selling one more Kirby, right? Because you're getting that free Kirby every 6 after they sell their first 6. And then as many times as you bring someone in, you keep cashing that free Kirby in, right? But not only that, the best part of Kirby Life is when you bring them in, when you open your own office and you go into business for yourself, lo and behold, all those Kirby Life recruits you brought in go with you and are working for you in your own office when you become a distributor trainee. That's probably the greatest benefit, because now you can open your own office in Kirby, become a distributor, and you can hit the ground running, because you could have 2, 3, 5 already trained, already up and running, successful Kirby dealers, team leaders, recruiters going with you when you open your office. But distributors, FDs, and DTs can get in on the Kirby Life Fund very simply. When that new recruit sells their 6th machine, take a picture of the sponsor and the new recruit getting their free Kirby or getting that big $2,000 payday. Send that to marketing@kirby.com, and you're automatically entered into a drawing that we have every month for 12 free Kirbys. All those submissions are due on the last day of the month. And here's the great part. You can have one chance with one, but if you have 2 people hit 6, you send that in, you got 2 chances. We've had distributors have 3, 4, and 5 chances, some even more, almost guaranteeing themselves winning 12 free Kirbys. DTs, you can do it too. Bring in your recruits, you Kirby Life someone, work with them, get them to 6 sales, take a photo, and imagine a DT winning those 12 free Kirbys. Just fantastic. Man, we're throwing all this at you because why? Because we know it works. It'll help you grow our business. And when you grow your business, we're growing the Kirby company at the same time. Not only that, yes, folks, there's more. Dice and slice, it even makes julienne fries. And if you order now, just kidding. But anyways, if you go ahead and that Kirby Life recruit sells 15 in a month, lo and behold, that distributor, that FD will get 10 bonus points towards the Achieve and Succeed Kirby inventory program going on right now, where we're giving away, what is it, 450? 480 Kirbys for free to distributors worldwide. And man, those 10 bonus points, just by getting them, make the difference many times between winning and not winning, right?
It's obviously been the one catalyst that's taken guys that were close to winning and pushed them over, and they won. In fact, I think in one contest period, every winner had a Kirby Life person that sold 15 or more except for one, you know, so it does make the difference when you do that. But, you know, we've been talking about Kirby Life, and we've been pitching out all of these footballs for the past several year-end growth workshops. We only had 50 to give away. And on Tuesday, John and I announced we were at 48. There was only 2 left. And after we pitched it on Tuesday, the phone started blowing up because the orientation was on Wednesday and people were calling in. And we just want to announce the last 2 winners right now. All right. The one the football was from Rick Russell's organization. Leo Torres brought in Austin Mitchell. You're going to receive this autograph football. All right. From all the people here at World Headquarters. And of course, your divisional supervisor. They're going to be going out. So expect to see those pretty soon. Other people that also have footballs coming were then, last one here, the number 50 went to, I believe, was Melissa Watts's organization, and that was in the Can-Am division. Melissa Watts had a dealer, Michael Hudson, who brought in Rafael Rios. All right. So, but for those of you that were wondering, what are they going to do when the footballs are gone? They said there was only 50. And of course, we're doing these until January 6th, I think, the year workshop. So what are we doing, all right, to keep it going? Well, you just saw Mr. John Solomon and Mr. Daniel Blaylock come in. We dug deep into the archives of Kirby, and we found, yes, we still have them, the Kirby Life mugs that we talked about last year. So now when you bring in one person into the orientation, just bring them into orientation. We're going to make sure you receive this beautiful Kirby mug. All right, so it's a ceramic mug with a Kirby logo. So it's going to say Kirby Life on it. And this can hold a lot of Christmas
It's a big
cheer.
cup. It's a big cup. I
think
love
it's-
it.
I think it's like a 20-ounce cup. So it can hold a lot of positive. This is going to go out now to the next 50. All right, that bring in people from now. And actually, if you already brought someone in, the names here, all right, we already announced them, I think, which was Monique Perez from Rick Russell's organization, brought in Calcia Farias.
Gets a mug.
Ishmael Palcastri, brought in Omar Palcastri and Christian Angulo, which means now he's in the drawing for the iPhone Pro 13.
Will he get 2 mugs, Randy?
He would get 1 mug. All right.
Oh.
You got 1 football. All right. You
Okay.
know what? Maybe Santa could have extra mugs. We'll see. Maybe
I
we can
don't
send
know.
him 2 mugs.
I
Right?
think we sent him 2 mugs.
Maybe send 2 mugs. You can give it to your personal recruit that you brought in. But we do have the iPhone Pro 13 that's going on right now. And how do you get into that? That's very simple. Bring in 2 people. This is going to be given away next Wednesday. All right. It's the last day to have it in. We'll announce it on Thursday, the 16th. If you bring in 2 people into orientation, your name goes into the drawing. You would get 1 chance. 3 people would give you 2 chances. 4 people gives you 3 chances. And again, more people you bring in, more mugs you can receive, possibly more chances you have this iPhone 13 Pro. But I do know, we've had speakers all this time. We have a great speaker today, and John's going to introduce them to you.
Yes. I was going to say something else, but I'm going to introduce the speaker. So without any further ado, I'd like to introduce Chris Fogg. Chris is the North American Field Sales Specialist and On-Site Event Director. Chris was recruited into Kirby in 1996 through Kirby Life, and I believe it was Dan, right, that brought you in?
Yes.
The president of the Kirby company brought him in, and they were friends before. They've been friends ever since. As a dealer, Chris has a top month of 18. As a recruiter, ready for this? He has a top month of 69 icebreakers. As a team leader, he has a BMIB of 327 sales in 1 month. Also, as a distributor trainee, he had a best month of 69 sales. He was promoted. He was a factory distributor in Houston, Texas, went on to become join the Pinnacle Division sales staff in 2014. And he was promoted to North American field staff in January of 2019. Just a very knowledgeable Kirby guy that can really do everything, right? He can recruit, run a team, run a distributorship, etc. So without any further ado, let's hear. Oh, and I'm sorry. And he was promoted to the North American Field Sales Specialist and On-Site Event Director in September of 2021. Mr. Chris Fogg, take it away, Chris.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, John and Randy. I don't know how I drew the straw to have to go after John Solomon, but we'll see what we can do today. Thank you guys for tuning in. My topic today is just overcoming adversity to help grow your business. We all started this morning. We all got up, and I think we all planned for a good day, to go out, have a good day, be it a dealer, a team leader, distributor, trainee, factory distributor, and all of us plan to succeed. Sell 1, 2, 3 Kirby's or 8 or 10 as an organization. But then as the day goes on, things get in the way. Challenges come up, adversity comes up, and our plans kind of go out the window. I want to talk today on how to stay on course to where when things do get in the way, we're not ending our day and saying that we're going to go out and get them another day. I'm sure you've all had one of those days before where it's just, let's go get them tomorrow. I'm hoping today we can kind of maybe change your thinking a little bit to where you can take that day that maybe has gone a little sideways and get it back on course to where we never have those days again. And the way you do that is there's a certain couple things that you need to think about on a daily basis to where when you're out there, you know, first of all, why you're out there. Why are you out there today? What is your why? If your why is not big enough, then when something comes up in the day, it's not going to matter. You're going to tune in or tune out for the day. So your why has to be bigger than just, I want to make some money today. You have to have a goal. You have to know where you want to be, why you're doing what you're doing, if it's for your family, if it's for yourself, if you want to promote, but your why has to be big enough to where no matter what happens, you keep on going through. Also, what are you going to do to accomplish your goal on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis? Is what you're doing right now taking you closer to or further away from your goals? And the last thing is when. When do you want to achieve whatever you've set out to do? Is it something that's short term? Is it long term? But those three things, your what, are your why, your what, and your when, they have to be big enough to where when something does come out, you just keep on going through. Because what happens is we go out and start having a kind of bad day, we come up with excuses. We can come up with a million excuses why not to do something. The weather's bad, the neighborhood's bad. My team, I don't like the team today. I just had a turn down. You can rack your brain finding all these excuses why you can't do something, where the people that succeed and move up and go forward, all they have to do is figure out one solution to solve a problem. And that's a lot easier way to than racking your brain with a million excuses. You need to turn your thinking into what is the one thing that I can do or change right now to get where I want to go. And if you start going with that mentality, life gets a whole lot easier. So is what you're doing right now going to get you where you want to be? I want you guys to kind of, probably at the beginning of the month, we all set goals. Some of us might be on pace for those goals. Some of us might be falling a little behind on our goals. And it's what you do right now when we're coming into the middle of the month that's going to set you up for a good December and then rolling into 2022. So just take evaluation of the last 9 days of the month. Are the actions that you've been doing getting you closer to or further away from your goals? Are you putting it all out there every single day? Or when something comes up, are you shutting down for the day, saying we got to go home and rest and get them tomorrow? There should never be, if your why and your what and your when are big enough, there should never be a reason why you just want to toss in the towel for the day. And what you have to do to accomplish those goals is totally up to you. You've got to figure out what motivates you, what keeps you going to where when it gets a little tough, you just keep on fighting through. So just a few things left, and then we'll let you guys go out there, but just know that things are going to come up on your daily basis at work, in your personal life, but those are things you can control if you change your mentality on them. You want to get to where you know what your why is. I'll tell you my why. If some of you know me, it's my daughter. I know why I'm doing this, why I wake up every morning. There's no excuse. My daughter doesn't want to hang out with me at home. She wants to hang out with me on a trip or a vacation. So if I'm doing the right things, my daughter's going to have a good life. You guys have to have that same kind of mentality where if you're going to take some time off, be in a position to where you've done the right things to where you're taking the right time off, where it's a family vacation, not a trip to Chili's, and having fun, enjoying the Kirby business, moving up, being successful. And the last thing I want to close with, and we'll turn it back to John and Randy, is have a goal for January. You guys need to start thinking about it now and rolling into it. And this is the time where we really grind out the last 2 to 3 weeks of the month to where you can fall into a good new year. And there's always reasons that we can come up with not to do something. We need to come up with the reasons we want to do something. I know I've had a good career, 26 years in the Kirby business, and I can truthfully say I've had a lot of adversity in there, a lot of challenges, a lot of times when maybe I want to take the day off. Maybe I want to tune it down for the day, but I can honestly say in 26 years, I've never missed one day of work. You have to get that mentality going to where no matter what happens, you can fight through, push through, and make it to the end. That's going to get you guys to the top and where you want to be. So again, have a Merry Christmas. Let's end the year strong. And thank you guys very much for tuning in.
Hey, great job, Chris. One thing for certain, right? Nothing's going to go super smooth. There's always going to be bumps in the road,
Right.
and we got to overcome them. We just got to rise above it and keep on keeping on. Great message, Chris. Hey, so let's not forget, instead
Kirby
of
mug now.
footballs, it's a Kirby Life mug. You'll probably use this a lot more than the football. So I don't want to say the prizes are getting better and better, but I could be saying the prizes are getting better and better. So bring in a recruit, invite someone to an orientation. We have next Thursday, we're going to be announcing the winner of the iPhone 13 Pro, right? So
Yes.
you want to make sure that your name is in the hat when we draw, when we have the drawing for the iPhone 13
Right.
Pro. You want to make sure 2 Kirby Life recruits in an orientation. Lo and behold, you're in the drawing. You get a mug. Win, 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 win. And man, I don't know what these things, what do they sell for these things? I mean, it's $1,000
they're
bucks.
over
either.
$1,000, but that's the Pro. That's the i13 Pro. So it is something I definitely, if you don't have one, and what a Christmas gift it could give, or even Alex who won the first one. Hey, say, Alex, you can win 2 phones. All right. Just bring in 2 more people. All right. Because those 4 that you brought in, won you the first phone. Bring in 2 more, put yourself into this drawing. You can never have too many Kirby Life people. And you know, in spirit of what we were talking about with the football themes, now that's gone. All right. I would just tell you that if I was a offensive coordinator for a football team, the #1 play I would have in my playbook to score touchdowns would be Kirby Life. It would be the one thing I know that if I talk to someone, I bring them in, 1 out of 2 or 1 out of 1 are going to go on and earn their silver case and probably get promotions, like you heard the message from Chris and John Solomon and his testimony right there. So bring in those people, send that to John and I here at Kirby Road headquarters. We're going to be announcing your names. And it is, as Chris just said, 2022 is starting today. The future dictates what you do now. Understand your why, and you'll go to work every day and be successful in Kirby.
Let's have a big day, sell a whole bunch, have fun. We are
Positive.
all right.